Hey, hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau Jr., and welcome back to Run to Your Leadership Challenges. So, let me ask you something. What are you currently learning or studying? You know, we learn something every day, and it's my goal every day to really not just learn something because I think we automatically learn something every day, no matter what, but I intentionally try to figure out what I learned that day. And I try to keep track of everything. So, you know, in order for us to stay sharp, we need to keep exercising our brain. It may be the most important muscle that we have. Well, the heart's pretty important too, I guess, right? Heart's a muscle, but the brain, I don't even know if it's a muscle to tell you the truth. But I mean, I know when we learn stuff and we study stuff, we do exercise our brain, it seems. And I know for me, the more that I learn, the more that I want to learn. The more that I read, the more that I want to read. I mean, I just get in that I just crave it almost. And Jen and I were talking last week about how cool it is that whenever you read a Bible verse, it always seems to give you just a little bit different perspective. Or you could pick out something else that just jumps out at you that you never realized before. And I think that's the case with just about anything you read or learn because, you know, Jen pointed out that she thinks that it's because it's our different perspectives that we have. Because we all have different perspectives, and based on the experiences that we have, that's what forms our perspectives. So if we read, for example, the Bible, and then a year later we read that same verse, well, guess what? We have a whole year's worth of experiences and new perspectives to learn and to apply to that verse. So that's what, we got talking about that. And I think it's true. I think whenever we enter some kind of, whether it's study or even going places, because change is always happening. And every day we experience something else. So our perspectives may be changed in the slightest bit nearly every day. Now, we got to put a lot of thought into this continuous learning because it's so important for growth. You know, a lot of people don't like change, but let's face it, if we're changing, we're growing. So if you want to have any kind of growth in your life and have that growth mindset, you have to be willing to change a little bit. I would really recommend that you choose stuff that you really enjoy. But then again, you might want to choose stuff to study and read about that you don't even know about because that's learning a whole new topic and it may expose some things that you like or things that you're really into that you never knew that you were. Maybe pick up a new hobby because that is continuously learning and growing. Katie, my 11-year-old daughter, she is just now learning how to crochet. She's taken an online crochet class and she's getting really good and she's only been doing it a couple of weeks. But that's something that she didn't know whether or not she'd like it. And she started it and she's like, hey, I'm going to take this. And now she likes it. She enjoys it. So also, besides maybe something you like or maybe something totally different that you've been wanting to and been curious about, choose something that's fun, that's going to be fun. Try to learn with somebody else. Compare notes. I mean, that kind of goes along with accountability. I know that I've been on Duolingo. I've been learning different languages on Duolingo for I don't know several years now. I think I got a 3 or 4 year streak going. But it makes it fun. And that's what I like about it. But what really makes it fun is we have the family pass on there and me and four, my three daughters and a son-in-law, the five of us are all learning together. So whenever we get together, we can talk in different languages. I know Faith, my oldest daughter, she's learning Italian. So now I'm learning Italian and I'm learning some stuff and it's fun when we get together, but it's also that competitive edge that is on there too, because you got to try to stay in different levels and they have tournaments on there, but it makes it fun. I read, it was in the YouVersion Bible this morning. What it said is it talked a little bit about learning, but it said one thing it recommended at the end, it said, be learners, or it said, be learn it alls, not know it alls. And man, that was just really cool. I never heard of a learn it all, but I mean, I think we've all heard of know it alls, right? And we all know those know it alls. I mean, they know everything. No matter what you talk about, man, they're spitting stuff out. Now, there are some people that definitely know a lot about just about any topic. And they amaze me because they're constantly learning, they're constantly growing. So, my challenge for today is, what are you learning? Ask yourself, what are you learning? How are you exercising your brain? Because exercising your brain is a lot like exercising your heart, and it's going to keep your mind sharp. So if you're not learning something, man, go out and learn something. And to all my brothers in arms out there, if you're in the military, if you are not enrolled in a college class of some kind right now, you are throwing money away every month. So I want to encourage you, get enrolled in a college class, work on a certificate, work on some kind of certification. You would be amazed at the kind of stuff that tuition assistance that they offer you for nothing, just for being a member of the armed forces. That tuition assistance is like gold. But if you don't use it, you lose it. You can't bank it up and use it all in 1 year. It's just a certain amount every semester that you have to use. So if you're not using it, heck, you might as well just take $1,000 out of your checkbook and send it to me, because it's no different. You're just throwing that money away. And I'll put it to good use, I promise. So if anybody else out there, if you're working in a job and they pay for your education and you're not in education, man, what are you doing? Get out there and just take classes. Because I don't care what class you take, you're going to be learning something. And you're going to be around people that want to learn. And that goes into feeding that eagle like we were talking about yesterday, feeding that positivity, exercising that brain, staying sharp, growing. Hey, that's it for today. Hope you join us again tomorrow. And until then, run to your challenges. We'll see you.